Hi to everyone. I am Dr VNSR venkateswara, working as an associate professor from the Department of Chemistry in Institute of Aeronautical Engineering, Hyderabad 543. So today I would like to give the topic on mainly renewable energy sources and non-renewable energy sources. That means energy sources are mainly classified into two types: renewable and non-renewable energy sources. So before starting the topic, what are the contents present in the today's topic? Let us see introduction to the energy resources, and after that we see what are the classification, nothing but types of the energy resources, and finished with the examples of the energy resources. Okay, so first of all, let us see introduction to the energy resources. So energy poverty is a lack of access to modern energy services. That means energy has been universally recognized as one of the most important inputs for economic growth and human development. So energy is nothing but measured in calories. So the energy resources obtained from the nature, so that is nothing but a natural resources, and some of the energy resources obtained from the earth crust, that they are available in the limited quantity. So that means the financial development of the each and every country should depends upon their energy resources. That means energy poverty is nothing but a lack of access to modern energy services, and this energy universally recognized as one of the most important inputs for economic growth and human development present in a country. And there is a strong two-way relationship between the economic development and the energy consumption. So that means the economic development is always the economic development is always depends upon the energy consumption of a country. So that means the energy intensity of India is over twice that of the matured economies, so which are referenced by the OECD. So OECD, what is the meaning of OECD? Nothing but full form of OECD, Organization of Economic Cooperation and Development. Organization of Economic Cooperation and Development. So simply abbreviated as OECD. So member countries. That means India is present in that OECD member countries, and it follows the relationship between the economic development with energy consumption. So India's energy intensity is also much higher than the emerging economies, which include the Asian member countries as well as China. So that means India is present in one of the important countries, nothing but Asian countries. So in this Asian, China is one of the important big country, and approximately 80% of the world's energy is produced by the fossil fuels like oil, coal, and natural gas. So what is the meaning of fossil fuels? The fuels which are obtained from a plant or animal debris. They are available in the earth crust. So that means these fossil fuels are mainly classified into three categories because of their physical state. For solid fuels, the best example is nothing but coal. For solid fuels, nothing but petroleum and diesel. And for gaseous fuels, they are nothing but natural gas. So there is a growing energy needs in domestic, industrial, and agricultural sectors. That means energy not only applicable to any single sector, it will be applicable to either domestic purpose or industrial purpose, and also agricultural crops. So because of these three sectors are very very important development of the nation for human development. So the total potential for renewable power generation in the country as for 2015 statistics is estimated at 8,96,603 megawatts. For India in 2015, the statistics required for the electricity is nothing but 8,96,603 megawatts. So MW means megawatts. So that means this includes wind power potential of 1 lakh to 1,02,772 megawatts. That means 11.46 percentage, and small hydro power SHP, simply abbreviated as SHP, and full form is small hydro power potential is nearby 1 lakh 19,749 megawatts. 19th for SHP, small hydropower potential of 19,749 megawatts, and its percentage is 2.20 percentage. After that, biomass power potential of 17,538 megawatts, and its percentage is nearby 1.96 percentage. And finally, 5,000 megawatts, 0.56 percentage from baggage based cogeneration in sugar mills, and solar power potential of 7,48,990 megawatts. That means 83.5 per percentage. That means overall energy includes for various categories that may be either renewable or non-renewable energy sources. First of all, we discuss about the renewable energy sources. Out of the all renewable energy sources, the percentage of the solar potential is very very high. So that is nearby 83.54 percentage. And the small energy inputs of the overall renewable energy sources nothing but baggage based cogeneration, sugar mills, and solar sugar mills, that is nearby approximately 0.56 percentage. And in between we observe the wind power 11.46 percentage, and small hydropower nearby 2.20 percentage, and biomass power potential is nearby 1.96 percentage, and 5,000 megawatts is nothing but 0.56 percentage, which is least energy resources. So the geographic distribution of estimated potential of renewable power as per 2015 statistics reveals that Rajasthan has the highest share, about 17%. That means 1,48,518 megawatts. That means as per 2005 statistics in India, the one of the state nothing but Rajasthan has the highest share, nearby 17%, 17%, and followed by Jammu and Kashmir with 13% share, that is nothing but 1,18,208 megawatts, and Gujarat, the third state, is nothing but Gujarat with 8% share, that is nearby 7,72,007. The third state is nothing but Gujarat with 8% share, 72,726 megawatts. So mainly on account of the solar power potential. That means already we discussed about, out of the total energy consumption, solar power is the most share, so that is nothing but 83.54 percentage. Okay, so now let us see energy consumption of the different sectors in India. So in the block diagram, so nothing but so first of all we see industry is having the 49%. Industry is placed in first position, 49%, and second one is nothing but 22% transport, and third one applicable to others, nearby others, 14%, and fourth one is nothing but residential, and fifth one is nothing but a agriculture. So for agriculture, so the energy consumption in India very very less, so that is nothing but 5%. Out of the overall sectors, the industry nearby covers the 49 percentage of the energy consumption. Okay, and in between we observe the for transport 22% only, residential 10%, and others nothing but 14%. So this is about the energy consumption of different sectors in India. So next we see the domestic sector. So domestic energy consumption or domestic consumption of energy is the total amount of energy used in a household for household work. That means like for cooking purpose, boiling of the water, for drinking purpose. So each and everything should comes under category of the domestic sector. That means the amount of energy used for household varies widely depending on the standard of living of the country, the climate, and the age and type of the residence. For example, if you can take as a drinking of the water should be variable from the age group of the human beings. So for example, if you can having the weight, for example 60 kilos weight, so that is divided by 10, 6 kilos, and it will be subtracted from -2, we get to 4. So that means for 60 kgs persons, 4 liters of the water is sufficient for the daily drinking purpose. So that means the drinking of the percentage of the water should depends upon the human being weight, and it will varies from the age group. And also second category is nothing but a we see the the climatic change. So the climatic change should also depends upon there are three types of the seasons, nothing but summer season, rainy season, and winter season. In summer season, the drinking water possibility is very very high in case of the domestic water supply. So for example, in case of the winter season, the usage of the water will be very very less compared to the summer. In case of the rainy season, what happens, the usage of the water takes place in the medium position. So that's why the amount of the energy used for household varies widely depending upon the standards of the living of the country, the climatic change, and the age and the type of the residence phenomena. So the domestic sector in India, the consumption of natural fuel, mostly wood. That means one of the important for the solid fuel, nothing but natural fuel wood for energy is very very high. That means around 78% of the rural people and 30% of the urban people households depends upon the firewood. That means one of the important natural fuel, nothing but soil fuel. So rural people depends upon nearby 78%, whereas urban people depends upon 30% of the people depends upon the firewood. So, in particular, between 1970 to 71 and 1994 to 95, the annual consumption of the electricity per household went up to from 7 kilowatts to 53 kilowatts, and at present it will be 850 kilowatts per capita. That means individual house. Of kerosene from 6.6 kgs to 9.9 kgs. At present, 20 kgs of the cooking gas from 0.33 kgs to 3.8 kg. At present, 35 kg. That means while you see the electricity usage or fuel usage. For example, electricity usage in between 1970 to 71 and 1994 to 95. That means nearby 25 years. Nearby 25 years, what happens? The energy consumption of the electricity will be increases from 7 kilowatts to 53 kilowatts, and at present it will be present 850 kilowatts. For example, if you can take as usage of the domestic fuel, nothing but kerosene, so it will be starts from 6.6 kg to 9.9 kg. At present, what happens? 20 kgs of the fuel will be takes place. For example, if you can take as a gases fuels, nothing but cooking gas, that will be takes place 0.33 kgs to 3.8 kg. But at present, the usage of the natural fuel nearby 35 kgs. So, in the last 25 years, the usage of the energy fuels, whether it may be solid fuels like electricity consumption, or liquid fuels like kerosene, or gases fuels, nothing but cooking gas, natural gas will be increased very very higher quantities. That means these statistics clearly indicates the increasing demand of the natural resources, especially on non-renewable resources. That means in previous days the people should depend upon the renewable resources, but whereas in case of the in last 25 years, from 1990 to 1970 to 1995, the usage of the non-renewable resources will be gradually increases. So, overall power consumption of the domestic sector in India for the year 2005 to 2006 and 2013 to 2014 were reported as 190 gigawatts, 90 gigawatts, and 198 to 248 gigawatts respectively. That means the power consumption is also very very increases coming to 2005 to 2016 and 2005 to coming to 2005 to 2006 and 2013 to 2014. Okay, so in case of 2005 to 2006, what happens? 190 gigawatts, but while coming to the 2013 to 2014, and nearby from 2006 to 2013, 7 years, the usage will be gradually increases from 1 lakh to 198 and 246 gigawatts respectively. Within the 1 year, it increases from 198 to 246 gigawatts respectively. That means the usage of the energy source will be gradually increases from 2005 to 2014. Next one is the industrial sector. So this is the main sector usage of the energy, nearby 49% in India. So that means energy is essential for the production, packing, quality control purpose in many industries such as pharma industry, health industry, textile industry, oil industry. So industries beside film, education and tourism industries. So that means the consumption of the energy in case of the industry sector is very high because of the it involves so many industries. For example, manufacturing of the medicines in pharma industry and healthcare industry and fabrication of the so many cloths, that is nothing but textile industry, and in the case of the manufacturing of the oils, and in the observing the education and the tourism industries. So the estimated total consumption of the raw coal by industry has increased from 407.04 metric tons to during 2005 to 2006. It will be increases 571.89 metric tons during 2013 to 2014. That means from 2005 to 2006 to 2013 to 2014, within the span of 7 years, within the span of 7 to 8 years, what happens? It will be increases nearby 407.04 metric tons to 571.89 metric tons with a CAGR. CAGR is nothing but compound annual growth rates. It will be nearby 3.85 percentage. 3.85 percentage. So based on the CAGR. So this is the abbreviated form, and what is the full form? Compound annual growth rates. Compound annual growth rates. So, and industries wise estimates of the consumption of the coal during the 2013 to 2014 for the electricity generation is nearby 427.23 metric tons. In case of the steel and washery industries, it will be 23.13 metric tons, cement industry 11.96 metric tons, and paper industries 1.67 metric tons are consumed more coal for their energy needs. So, for example, if you can take as a fossil fuels, nothing but one of the non-renewable forces, coal. So it will be most probably used in the steel and washery industries, nearby 23.13 metric tons. In cement industries, it will be nearly second position, 11.96 metric tons, and third position in paper industry, 1.67 metric tons. That means the usage of the coal fuel will be increases in case of the 2013 to 2014, and the maximum use of the natural gas in fertilizer industry will be the maximum usage of the natural gas in fertilizers industry, it will be 32.56%, followed by the power generation 31.02%, and 8.60% natural gas was used for the domestic fuel. So in previous discuss about the solid fuel, nothing but coal. At present point, we discuss about the gaseous fuel, one of the natural gas most probably used in fertilizer industry. That is nearby first position 32.56%, and second position power generation 31.02%, and third position nothing but 8.60% used as the domestic fuel. So this is about the statistics of the coal analysis and gases analysis in various industries and domestic purpose. So overall power consumption of the industrial sector in India for the 2005 to 2006 and 2013 to 2014 were reported nearby 151 and 557 gigawatts. And 2013 to 2014, what happens? 386 gigawatts and 872 gigawatts respectively. That means from 2005 to 2013, in the span of 8 years, it will be increases from 151 to 386 gigawatts. From 2006 to 2014, it will be increases from 557 to 872 gigawatts. That means the energy consumption will be very increases in the span of last 8 years, since 2006 to 2014. So, and the third one is nothing but a agriculture sector. That means as the world population continues to grow geometrically, so what happens? And third sector is nothing but a agriculture sector. So that means as the world population continues to grow geometrically, great pressure is being placed on the arable land and water, energy and biological resources to provide an adequate supply of food while maintaining the integrity of our ecosystem. So that means whenever the population will be increases, it will takes place whenever the population increases in countries like India, it will takes place very high pressure on the agricultural sector. So agricultural crops. That means as the world population expands, the food problem will become increasingly severe and considerably with the numbers of the malnourished. So that means the population explosion demands the more energy for the production of a food. Cultivation and fishery sectors requires the more energy. So in case of the agricultural sector, cultivation number one and fishery sectors having the more energy consumption. So that means overall power consumption of the agricultural sector in India for the 2005 to 2016 and 2013 to 2014 reported nearby 90 and 290 gigawatts and 159 to 144 gigawatts respectively. That means where we move from overall consumption of agricultural sector in India for the year 2005 to 2013, in the span of 8 years, it will be increases from 90 gigawatts to 159 gigawatts. And from 2006 to 2014, in the span of 8 years, it will be increases from 292 gigawatts to 144 gigawatts respectively. So of the total consumption of electricity in 2013 to 2014, industry sector accounted for the large share, nearby 43.83%. That means in industry it will be takes place the first share nothing but 43.83%, followed by domestic nothing but 22.46%, and third one is nothing but agricultural, that is nearby 18.03%, and commercial sectors placed on last position 8.72%. So which clearly indicate the growing of energy needs in India and other developing nations. Okay, so the first energy consumption sector is nothing but industry, and followed second one is domestic sector, and third one is the agricultural sector, and fourth one is the commercial sector. So depends upon the population will be increases from time to time, like 2005 to 2014. So it will be energy requirement will be very increases. So now let us see what is the classification of the energy sources. So first of all, these energy sources are classified into two types. First one is nothing but primary sources, and the second one is nothing but secondary sources. So primary sources are again classified into two types, that is nothing but renewable energy sources are non-conventional, and non-renewable energy sources are conventional energy sources. So that means the fuels which are obtained directly from the nature. So primary source means the fuels, the sources, that means directly available from the nature. So these are further classified into two types, renewable energy sources. So renewable energy sources nothing but they are present in the unlimited quantity. That means they are renewable from time to time. So that are called as a renewable energy sources. And the second one is nothing but these are also obtained from the nature, but they are available in the limited quantity. So that is nothing but non-renewable energy sources are conventional energy sources, especially they are available in the earth crust. So that means what are the examples for a renewable energy sources? Nothing but hydropower, solar power, wind energy, ocean energy, geothermal energy, biomass energy, and one of the solid fuel nothing but wood. All of these comes under category of the renewable energy sources. These are also called as non-conventional energy sources. And what are the examples for non-renewable? Non-renewable means they are available in limited quantity, available especially earth crust. That means fossil fuels like coal, petrol, and natural gas, and also Nuclear fuels will also come from the category of the non-renewable energy sources. These are called as conventional energy sources. And secondary sources of energy, nothing but electricity, petrol, etc. All of these comes under category of the secondary sources. That means they are not directly available from the nature. They are manufactured from the natural fuels. So what are the examples for secondary sources? Electricity, petrol, all of this comes under category of the secondary sources. So now let us see what is the renewable energy sources. So these sources of energy which are inexhaustible and can be regenerated again and again are called renewable sources of energy. That means already we discussed about renewable energy sources. That means there is no limitation for this energy and they are directly available from the nature. That means the sources of energy which are inexhaustible, inexhaustible. That means there is no destroying of the that energy sources, and there is no limitation of that energy. So that means they are regenerated again and again. Those are called as renewable sources of energy. And what are the examples? Solar energy, wind energy, ocean energy, nothing but tidal and ocean thermal energy, abbreviated as OTE. OTE means ocean thermal energy, and geothermal energy, biomass energy, hydropower energy. So all of these comes under category of the best examples for a renewable energy sources. And second one is nothing but non-renewable energy sources. So these are available from the limited quantity, but they are from the nature. So these sources of energy which are exhaustible. Exhaustible means they are present in limited quantity, and they cannot be regenerated again and again. That's why they are present in limited quantity. So these are called as a non-renewable energy sources of energy. So what are the examples for non-renewable energy sources? Coming to the fossil fuels, for solid fuel, nothing but coal energy. For gases, for natural gas energy, nothing but what is the example for natural gas? Methane. Methane means what is the formula? CH4. And liquefied petroleum gas, LPG. LPG means it is the mixture of the ethane, N-butane, isobutane, butylenes, and propane. That means it involves the carbons like 2 carbons like ethane, and 4 carbons like butane, and 3 carbons like propane. So which is the most properly used as a domestic fuel? LPG, liquefied petroleum gas. So and third one is the nuclear fuels. So what is the best example for nuclear fuels? Uranium 92 to 35. Uranium 92 to 35. That means the non-renewable energy sources include the solid fuels and liquid fuels and gaseous fuels. The example for solid fuels, nothing but coal, and liquid fuels, nothing but LPG, liquefied petroleum gas, and nuclear fuels, nothing but uranium 92 to 35. Okay, so next we see the harvesting and harnessing of the energy. So what is the meaning of harnessing of the energy? The process of collecting, converting, and using of the energy is known as the harvesting of the energy. The process of collecting, converting, and using of energy is known as a harvesting of the energy. So this is the best example for a harvesting of the energy, nothing but best definition. So what is the applicable process for the harvesting energy? So for the purpose we applied so many ways, including the generation of electricity by using photovoltaic solar cells and systems that can concentrate solar power, example mirrors and lenses. Heating trapped air, nothing but which rotates the turbines in a solar updraft tower, and generating hydrogen using photoelectrochemical cells. That means it can be involved in so many categories. So first one is nothing but photovoltaic solar cells. What is the photovoltaic effect? So nothing but the conversion of solar energy into useful form. That means the conversion of solar energy. Solar energy, nothing but heat and light. They will be converted into electricity. So electricity is nothing but useful form. So that should be possible by the photovoltaic cells. So photovoltaic cells is nothing but one of the semiconductors, and these are applicable to convert the solar energy. It may be either light or heat into electricity. And next one is the heating of the trapped air, for example by using with the help of the turbines. So for the solar wind system, and they are also useful into the electricity form. So and the next one is the generation of the hydrogen by using the photoelectrochemical cells. So electrochemical cells are nothing but the conversion of chemical energy into electrical energy, and electrical energy into chemical energy, nothing but vice versa. That means both forward and backward reaction should be possible. So that working of electrochemical cells based on the absorption of light. So that's why these are called as a photoelectrochemical cells. So in each and every case we observe that the process of collection and converting into the usage of energy. So that process is nothing but a harvesting or harnessing of energy. Okay, so this is about the types of energy sources with suitable examples. Thank you.
Like, share and subscribe. Hit the bell icon for more updates.